good. How are you doing today?
Good.
So, what is our topic for today?
Today, our topic is where does our money go?
Oh, not really sure I want to share all of that.
I know,
but-
we're exposing ourselves.
Oh, yes, we are.
But this time, I know we've been doing like a list, and this time, I thought maybe we could just think of things as they come up, and
Sounds good to me.
or I can just pull up my transaction history. One or the other.
I'll log on to my PayPal right now and
Yeah.
just see where my money goes.
I'm gonna expose myself either way. So,
All right.
do we want to do like one after another, or?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, you tell me first. Where does your money go?
So, one place all my money goes to would be American Eagle.
Oh
Because
yeah.
they always just run sales constantly. And I brought this up in I believe it was our first podcast. American Eagle, they're always running the 40% off, 60% off, buy one get one free, and the clothes just fit me really well.
Yeah,
and
but
I
it
just-
doesn't make them any cheaper.
No, they're still pretty expensive. And the jeans, like, oh, you buy one get one free, but it still ends up being like $35, $30 a pair of jeans, and that's like, I mean, but
Are you joking? For females, it's like $80 for jeans.
well, that's the pink tax they call it.
You're right. The pink tax is real.
Totally real. Yeah, I think men's jeans are like 60 the most,
Oh,
but
yeah.
but still you buy a shirt and they want like $25 for a t-shirt.
Yeah, like the one you're wearing right
But
now.
I'm wearing
from
right
American
now.
Eagle.
Yes, and my shorts are too, I think. But
You're such a good brand ambassador.
if they want to contact me about a sponsorship,
Ooh.
go ahead. But my money just drains there constantly. I mean, I'll just go on looking for a shirt and end up, well, I need to spend, $49 for free shipping, so I'll add this and then that, and then, well, it is buy one get one half off or whatever. So it's really easily the money just goes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I love it.
Cute. My first obvious is food. All types of food. That's like my biggest issue. If I didn't spend money on food, I would be a rich woman. But I would say my biggest is Taco Bell and Tim Hortons.
Those are your two favorite, that's for sure.
And you know what's really unfortunate?
What?
I finally learned that Tim Hortons has a rewards program. So I think, oh my God, this is wonderful. I can finally get paid back for all of my trips there.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the Tim Hortons by your house, and they give me a rewards card, and I link it to my app, and I'm like, this is great. I've already scanned my card. And tell me why. I have over 100 points on it already, and it has a whole transaction history of like redeeming points and all that, and I don't realize until I've already used it like 5 times. So I call corporate, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna need to take that back and get a new one. And now I have to start from the bottom again. And I went to my Tim Hortons and I was like, hey, this is what happened to me, because they're so wonderful there. And they're like, sorry. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I remember when you called corporate, and he was straight up just like, yeah, you can't use it. It's someone else's card, and you were bummed
I know.
because you had enough points to get the free thing, correct?
Yeah, to get the free ice cap. And like half of that was me.
So side topic, ice caps. Let's be honest, aren't they the best thing in the world?
Yeah.
So it's a good thing for your money to go to,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
I don't feel any less guilty.
But like, me and her have a joke about the whole ice cap. How like no matter what size you get, like 1/3 of it at the bottom is always just ice, like undrinkable. So I want to go there one day and I want to ask for an ice cap, all cap, no ice. And I just want to see what they do, because I'm like, you can get a large, and 1/3 of it will
large.
always be at the end of it just ice.
Yeah, I used to think that I was such a waster and I would never drink it all, and then I started getting bigger sizes, and I'm like, wait a second, there seems to be a trend here.
There's a trend here, yeah.
Yeah, that's how they get you. But you know what? Ever since I started making that iced coffee at home, ice caps don't hit the same.
Really?
Like, that's how much I love my coffee
You see,
at home.
that's weird. Usually people kind of always crave like the restaurant kind of coffee or a
Yeah.
restaurant, anything.
And, like, I do, like, normally on Fridays, I'll clock out, like, early in the morning and I'll run and get one.
Yeah.
Because it's payday, whatever. But I'm, like, ever since I started making these iced coffees at home, I'm perfectly happy with those.
Yeah, I don't think I've had one of your homemade iced coffees yet, but
Oh, my God, you're right.
I've not had one yet.
That's because you're not here in the mornings.
True.
And you can't, I'm telling you, you can't drink it at night. You
Oh,
won't
I'll be up
sleep.
all night.
Yeah.
I know.
Because I can't drink it in the afternoon or else I'm up all night. And that normally doesn't happen to me.
Jeez, caffeine can really mess me up sometimes.
I know, you're not.
And it's random. I'll have a coffee one time, I won't feel anything. And then I remember I was in class last semester, and I got a small coffee from the library. And that thing had me up till 3 a.m.
That's so funny.
And it was just the weirdest thing in the world. I don't know.
You're a little baby when it comes to coffee.
I am, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't have it that often. I used to have it a lot, but recently I've not had coffee in a long time.
I was thinking to myself yesterday because I can feel the life come into me when I drink my coffee. Like, and I know it sounds so basic, but like my eyes don't perk open, until I have that coffee.
I got you.
But I thought to myself, you're so stupid. Why don't you train your mind to do this with water?
Yeah, but
tell
can you
yourself-
how much work would it take to condition yourself?
Not that much because
Really?
before I didn't make coffee at home. And so like I would have it every couple days
True.
or so, but now
True,
it's
true.
like I go to bed thinking about my coffee the next morning. So but if I just did that with water, I would be one healthy girl.
I got you.
I don't know, whatever.
Alrighty.
Where else does your money go?
Ooh, things that I do in the morning, like coffee, would be Amazon shopping.
Ooh.
To me, it's what wakes me up in the morning.
Your eyes perk up.
I perk up. I go on the app. I get all excited. I spend a lot of my I get up for a little. I like getting up a little bit early and kind of laying in bed for a little bit, and I like window shopping on Amazon. And often the window shopping turns into click and buy now. I don't make a lot of small purchases on Amazon. I have like an over functioning need. Like I don't ever go like, oh, I want that. I think like, oh, I need that. When in reality, you just want it. But I kind of trick myself into going like, oh no, that project you're working on right now, you need that.
Can't get done without this
No,
belt
I
sander.
need this belt sander. I need it now. Or even for my computer, I needed a pair of cheap headphones for like long night, just talking to like friends and stuff on Discord, and I didn't need them, but I had it in my mind that I needed those cheap $20 headphones for small little but in ear ones, and I don't know, I trick myself into thinking that it's no longer a want, but a need.
Don't
And-
have that conversation with my grandfather.
Oh, I know. God.
He
I
will
do
tell
know.
you.
But so my money goes to Amazon because I turn things from wants to needs too easily.
Yeah.
So, how about you? Where else does your money go, babe?
I like to spend money. I didn't realize I spent a lot of money on this, but hobbies and like crafting and things like that.
Crafting for sure too.
Yeah, and I didn't think that was a big portion of my spending, but I started budgeting, and so I made a slot for hobbies, and I realized every trip to Michael's gets thrown into that category, and that's like I spend more on that than I do clothing. And what were you gonna say?
I remember that Cricut machine thing.
Oh God.
The price of those materials were sickening.
They're starting to get cheaper, but I've kind
Are
of
they?
lost interest, to be
Gotcha. 'Cause
honest.
I remember when you were in the heat of the whole Cricut stuff. I remember the prices for those materials were just absolutely off the rocker insane.
Yeah.
And I remember when we went to the store to return one of the things, they were a lot of money and they wouldn't let us or whatever. But I just thought, whoa, like $13 for that or whatever, and it's just shocking.
I know, you might as well just buy whatever you're trying to make.
Yeah, but it's fun to make your own thing. Yeah.
But we did, when we made that shelf for my room, that was fun, even though we almost punched each other. It was still fun, though. It was cute. It was like a cute
That was
punch.
all you. Not
Oh. For legal reasons.
For legal reasons, that was all her. Yeah, that was pretty cheap though. I mean,
yeah, but it was
that
cheaper.
rope was expensive.
It was cheaper to buy it on Etsy.
Oh, true. I remember that. Yeah, it was.
But every time I look at the shelf with my little plant on it, I'm like, my Boo Bear, and I made that together.
Yes, we did.
So.
I remember trying to get that thing to line up properly.
I don't want to think about it.
Oh, you don't? Okay, that was the fun time. Because the ropes had to be different lengths, but had to be like an equilibrium to the same.
Equilibrium.
I don't know. It was big fancy words here. It was a pain.
It was a pain. But yeah, what other hobbies? I don't know.
Okay.
I just like to spend my money on little things that I don't need.
Yeah, well, you like keeping yourself busy, so you like little project stuff too.
I like to keep myself busy.
So for me, speaking of building that shelf in your room,
yeah.
Home Depot. All
no
my money
surprise.
goes there. Yeah. I'll never forget when they had that deal. Where it was to buy 2 batteries for $200 and like something odd dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You got the free tool, which I will stand by it. It was a good deal because those batteries are $100 per battery no matter what. So I got 2 batteries and a charger, $212, and a free $180 jigsaw. So, not gonna lie, it's a good deal, but I feel like, especially during Corona, 'cause before with Home Depot, I would just go in and kind of browse and not really buy anything. But with Corona, with the whole curbside pickup and like the pickup option, I'm online shopping at 1 a.m., adding to cart, PayPal option out of there, and then I'm picking up in the morning. And that's dangerous for me.
Mm-hmm.
I went on a little binge. I still buy things at Home Depot once in a while, but it was like a month period where I was just there every other day picking something up.
And you didn't just go to pick it up. You put on your best outfit.
I did. Well, you know why.
Because you get all the ladies at Home Depot. Those girls love you there. But you know what? If it's an experience that makes you happy, it makes me happy. And if the attraction gets you discounts, that makes me happy.
That
for
one
you.
tool set was amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened with that.
She loved you.
She went up to the top shelf and got that thing out of storage for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was an amazing deal.
I'm not mad about it at all.
I'm glad you're not.
No.
I felt guilty afterwards. I was like,
I
hey babe, I need to tell you something that happened at Home Depot.
I love you.
I love you too. But yeah, so Home Depot is just it's easy to spend money there.
Yeah.
It really just is. So, except on sawhorses. To go on a quick tangent. They cost nothing to make, and I really need a pair of nice sawhorses, but they're like $40 per, and you need 2 of them, and I just can't fathom spending that kind of money on literally what is 2 plastic legs and a little wood piece.
If anyone has extra sawhorses,
Your grandfather.
hit us up.
I know he has a few
Does he?
extra. He does, yeah. I saw him in his garage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I wanted to ask him for him.
Okay.
So, where else does your money go, though?
So I don't, I've been quite the cheap person lately.
Well, you've been budgeting lately, which has been very good
Yeah.
for you.
One thing I do miss buying is clothing. I don't really buy a lot of clothing. I have been buying bathing suits lately just because I'm becoming more comfortable in my body. And
Perfect, babe.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good summer for loving myself, which is nice. But I really like to buy things for my hair, like headbands and hair ties and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I also like to buy leggings and sweatpants.
Yeah.
But one thing pre-COVID that I miss is buying work clothes.
Oh, yeah, you were really into that.
And what I love a blazer, but I've gained some weight, and so none of my blazers fit me anymore. But you really luck out with business clothes at Salvation Armies. They have so many.
They do.
And then I always feel guilty for whipping out a coupon because it's like I'm already getting like 80% off here, but give me just a little bit more.
I forget if it was for work clothes, but I remember we were going to like Nordstrom Rack, Marshalls, and to Salvation Armies to get like cheap things for you to work at. That was for work clothes, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. And then, like, when Payless was going out of business,
Yes.
I got
Yes.
I got 5 pairs of shoes. There were like 2 flats and 3 heels for $30, I think. I miss work shopping. Ugh.
The whole Payless thing was wild.
I know. I miss them. Oh, Crocs. I buy so many Crocs.
You do. Your money goes to Croc for sure.
Oh, I really want Croc slides. They
have those?
Yeah, they've had them, and I've been looking at them for like months.
I remember when me and you first started dating, and you told me, I'm going to get you to like Crocs and you to own a pair of Crocs.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to say is, I have yet to own one pair.
Yeah, but if I bought you a pair, you would wear those every time you go outside.
I'd wear them.
You wear mine.
I do wear yours.
And they don't fit, but you still wear them.
They have good arch support. Even when my arch is hanging off of them, they still...
That's funny.
Speaking of clothes, though, I have a store that I used to spend all my money at, and that was Kohl's.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was the first credit card I ever applied for, and I used to be slightly more emo with my clothing choices, for lack of a better word, and Kohl's just fit that perfectly.
Yeah.
And, it's like I get in mail the little 30% off, 20% off coupons, and I would go to Kohl's and just splurge. I've not done that in years, but for a big portion of my adult life, that's where a lot of my money went, was just to Kohl's.
I like Kohl's, though. They have
I can't
good
tell you how many
deals.
button-up shirts I own. Actually, you know.
I do. I do know. What's another place that your money goes?
Another place that my money goes
or
to?
thing. I don't know.
I would say watches, which is kind of a saddening one for me because
we talked about this.
We did talk about this last time.
Yeah.
It's a bad hobby. It's a bad hobby to be into. Anytime you have a hobby where budget is considered like $1,000, you shouldn't be in that hobby. You should. I don't buy anything near that, but it's funny. You'll watch videos about like, oh, what's the best budget watch to own? And they're like, oh, $500 to $1,000 budget range. And I'm just like, that's budget?
That's over budget.
That is way over budget. That is like 5 times over budget.
I just get the fashionable ones at Kohl's.
And yeah, I just never understood the hobby until recently, and I bought a few watches, and I kind of get why so many people, and especially like guys, are into the hobby, but I've not bought one in a while. I'm kind of curbing off it for a little bit till I get a job with all this COVID stuff going on. But a lot of my money went to watches there for a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
I agree with you.
So.
Let's see. Another. Maybe like movies or subscription services.
Yeah.
Because that's got its own category on my budget as well. I have SiriusXM, and I don't feel bad about that one because I had SiriusXM. It came with my car, and then it went away because I didn't keep paying for it. But I'm in the car so much because my commute to work is so long. My commute to school was long.
Yep.
So then I purchased it, and they were running like a really good deal. It was like $5 a month or whatever.
That's a good deal. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm never getting rid of it because I went without it, and I was like, you know what? This is something that I enjoy because I am in the car so much.
True.
So I do that. I do Spotify and Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all those good things.
Yeah.
I mooch off of other people's, though. The only thing I pay for is Hulu.
Well, speaking of Prime, my payment for Prime hit on my credit card like last week. It's like $130, I think. Nothing terrible, but you have it for so long, and you kind of forget that, it costs money to have Prime.
Yeah.
But I really only have Prime and Spotify. I don't really pay for any other subscriptions at all.
Hey, I just saw a commercial about Spotify, and you get 2 users or something like that.
Do you?
I don't know. I just saw a commercial today.
Well, I remember the whole student $4.99, and then after a year it goes to $9.99. You have to call them back and lower it. I never did that. I feel kind of stupid for
You've
that
been paying $10 this whole time?
For the past at least couple months or a year or so, yeah, I have been.
Did you get it fixed?
Nope.
You turkey.
I know you told me
you.
to. I know. Yeah, I know, babe. But but like I don't have Hulu. I don't have Netflix.
Hulu comes with Spotify.
It does. I never set it up. I never did end up set because you had to go on your laptop and do it. And I don't watch TV in general though.
That's
babe.
true. You don't.
I watch YouTube, and other than that, I don't really watch TV really at all.
Well, you know what? I said I paid for Hulu. I don't. I pay for Spotify, and I get Hulu for free.
Oh.
I just realized that.
There you go.
Okay, never mind. So I don't pay for anything except for music.
But I don't know what I would do without Spotify. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Me neither.
I love it so much. I used to have Apple Music, and I used to be like, oh, I'm better than Spotify. But then I got Spotify and realized, oh, I was so wrong.
I never understood why people with Apple Music thought they were like superior. I'm like, what?
It was cool having it on all your music in the same place.
True. Okay.
Having your iCloud and your music together. But I realized that all the songs you download while having Apple Music, once you stop paying, get taken away.
Oh. I'm sure that's what happens with Spotify.
True, but Spotify never lets you download the songs to begin with. You can like download them for like looking, but it's very upfront and clear.
Yeah.
Once you end, it ends.
Yeah.
But Apple Music didn't really tell you that. They're like, oh yeah, install it to your Spotify, install it on your phone, not realizing that the minute you stop paying, it's all gone. Because they advertise as being like free iTunes, so it's not advertised as being like a streaming platform like how Spotify is. Mm-hmm. So I felt like it was just kind of advertised kind of crappily.
Did it personalize playlists for you too, like Spotify does?
I cannot remember. I don't think it did, to be honest.
I like that.
Oh, Spotify's weekly things for me, like the
daily
mixes, and those weekly discovers.
Oh,
both are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
I have to be in the mood to listen to new music. I normally just like singing along to songs I already know.
Well, the problem is I have spent the past year and a half listening to the same 5 bands. So I've been looking at my weekly discovery for a while now.
Cool.
I'm not gonna lie, this week's is kind of weak, to be honest with you. But the past 4 or 5 weeks have been, if anything, amazing.
What's a new band that Spotify has introduced you to that you like?
A new band?
Or artist, but like one that I know.
You know, I just listen. I don't normally look at artists and stuff.
You don't. If you hear like a bop, you're not like.
I just tap those little 3 buttons. I just tap that and press add to playlist. Oh. But I don't really look at any. I mean.
Okay.
I don't get really devoted to things like that.
Well, to be honest, another reason why I like SiriusXM is because a lot of times they play that music, that discover music that you don't normally hear on regular radio.
Well, like Alt Nation on Sirius is always, they have a whole section that's like up and coming alternative music, and they play 10 songs in a row of all songs that in 10 weeks you're going to be hearing on the mainstream radio too.
Yeah, they do. And SiriusXM is how I discovered AJR.
Yep, good.
I knew them from when I was in they had that one SpongeBob song, you know.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I knew that one, but then I started hearing their music on SiriusXM, and now they're everywhere. But
for me it was Coin, which is a big alternative band. I first heard them on Alt Nation out of nowhere and thought, that's a really good song. All of a sudden then Coin just blew up for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And I first heard their song on the up and coming alternative on Alt Nation. So,
that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Another thing that I like is cups. I buy a lot of cups.
You do buy a lot of cups. I've never seen anybody. So is that a shoe rack or is that meant for cups?
No, that's meant for cups.
Is it really?
The rack on the back of my door.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for cups. Actually, I don't know.
It's a rack just for cups. Most folks have cupboards. Hers are already full. Mm-hmm. They buy racks.
Yeah. I like tumblers. I like Yetis.
What's that brand in Frankenmuth? That one, they have a little store in Frankenmuth, but they're a big brand in general.
Oh, Tervis.
Tervis.
Yeah. I've kind of grown away from that because it's just plastic now. I kind of like metal. Gotcha. I really like glass. I just haven't bought one yet because I don't trust myself.
Gotcha.
But I like the glass ones, especially for coffee.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you've been recently a big fan of those travel ones too, like the. Yeah. It's a water bottle, but also kind of still like a I don't want to say like a you know, it's like a nicer version of a water bottle.
Yeah,
kind of.
I do like those. And I just got 2 koozies, but for iced coffee. And they're only $10 each. And I got one, and then my mom bought me the other one for my birthday, because that's coming up.
You know, most folks get like
Shut up. I don't even want to know what most folks get.
beer koozies.
I have those too.
I know. That Yeti one's really cool.
Yeah, I have koozies for every type of drink. But, yeah, so my cup doesn't sweat, and that's really nice. Because I drink it before it gets the chance to get warm.
Yep.
But the sweaty of the
That
cup.
condensation, oh, yeah.
Sure, that's the right word. Doesn't
It's
sweat.
sweating, I don't know.
What's another thing that your money goes to?
So I would say a lot of mine goes to, like, online, like, trading forums and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be shocked, especially on like Reddit and on a lot of online forums, especially for like men. There's a lot of people who trade wallets, watches, just things people carry on them every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just like huge communities where dudes just say, "Oh, I'm selling this. Who wants it? You know, PayPal goods and service, whatever." And it is just shocking to me how many people are just like trust that and just go, "Oh, random stranger, up and like 4 states away. I'll buy that from you."
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a victim of, I buy and sell things all the time too. But it's really easy to get like money lost in that. Especially when you're selling, so you're also buying.
I bet.
And
Yeah, because you just circulate the same like $500.
I do, really.
You're like, "Oh, I made $500 today." Turn around.
I use it.
But
And it is strange when you randomly come across somebody who lives close to you. Recently, I was buying a watch, and the dude lived like in Northville,
oh,
like
that's
legitimately
cool.
10 minutes from me.
Yeah.
And I was kind of creeped out because he knew my address for the shipping and stuff. He was like, "Dude, you're like 10 minutes from me," and I was like, "Oh, it's."
Did you just meet up or?
No, I asked him and he didn't want to.
Oh.
Which I honestly
Respect
I
that.
understand that because
Yeah.
one time a guy asked me if I wanted. Other guy was in Southfield and he asked me if I wanted to meet up and I said no.
Yeah.
So but it's just always strange out of the whole big giant world and then someone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, bro, I'm like 10 minutes from you," but I was a little bit creeped out by it.
Yeah.
So like, oh, a random stranger on the internet knows my address and he's close.
Yeah.
But you'll be shocked, especially in places like online trading forums, how many just chill dudes there are. Because you guys, anybody who's into stuff like you is probably somewhat like you. Is kind of how I feel, at least for myself. And I don't know.
I don't know of any platforms like that women use. I know
True,
we
yeah.
have like Poshmark for clothing, but Poshmark takes such a big chunk out of it, but it also pays for shipping.
Yep.
Whereas you have to pay for shipping
Oh,
for these.
And it's amazing how well it's run. Because like, for the ones on Reddit, it's there's like admins and they tell you need to get timestamp with your username and the time and the date with the item. You know, you have to include it as PayPal goods and services. So if it gets lost in transit, both of you are covered. You have to like confirm your sales and they like count how many sales each person has. So it's ran so wild west, but it's also ran so strictly.
That's
and
cool.
It's just amazing that a bunch of dudes in an online forum can just organize a whole
Yeah.
platform.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
So, but it's a big money spender. But like I said, it's all recycled money though too. You know, it's whatever money I spent on in November, it's the same money I'm getting backward using now.
Yeah,
So.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So how about you? Any more places your money goes to?
I really don't think so. I know before COVID, we always went to the movie theater.
Yes.
That sucked up a lot of my money.
Now we have family. What's it called? Family Video.
Family Video.
That's a lot cheaper than a movie theater.
Yeah.
What is that, like $3
Mhm.
compared to $30?
Unless you get your late fees racking up like you often do.
You know, that was the one time.
The one
Well,
time.
I was mad. I was mad, so I had a late fee, and my parents have an account. Can I even say this? I'll say it anyways. I don't care. So I had a late fee on my account, and I didn't want to pay it off because I knew it was going to be like $8. It was quite a bit.
$8.
It was a lot. So I know my parents had an account at Family Video. So me and Micah went there, to go rent a movie, I used my parents' account, and they know this. They had a late fee too. I was pissed. I was like, you know what?
Honestly, late fees, they're so annoying. I remember when I had a library card, I was probably like 11 or 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I owed, or maybe I did, and then I lost the book or something. Anyways, I found them all, and my mom's like, okay, let's go return them. And I owed like $30. And, you know, for a 10-year-old or 12-year-old, however old I was, that's a lot of money.
Oh, that is a crap ton.
So I was fuming. I was literally shaking. I was so angry. And my mom's like trying not to laugh. And my mom's like, yeah, that's a pisser. And I was like, can I say that? She's like, what? I was like, can I say that word? She's like, yeah, go ahead. So I'm like, that's a pisser. And that was my first experience with a late fee.
Damn. Yeah, I remember I had a library card too, but I was never a reader, so I never really used it.
I would get, like, I was like Matilda. I would get
20 books at a time?
Yeah. Of like these young adult. And actually, one time I had an email relationship with one of the authors of my favorite series.
Wow.
But she was like, I only allow 2 emails per fan. So
damn.
I was like, okay.
All right, yeah, jeez. So my library had like a little, like a video, like old VHS.
Yeah.
This is like back when they had like VHSs.
Mm-hmm.
I used my card for that.
Oh.
Not for books. I don't know. Real talk though, okay, back to like, you know, like Home Depot has a certain smell and certain places have certain smells.
Yeah.
My library has the best old book smell in the world.
Yeah.
So does that store in Frankenmuth too.
Yes. The bookstore.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That
I know what you're talking about.
old book smell.
Yeah.
Love it.
Book and like antique shop
Yes,
kind of smell.
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I just, certain smells in certain places, you know. Family Video and that weird carpety
Love it.
paint smell, like carpet glue. And then we have old bookstores.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, I think our money goes to each other.
I would say so.
Often.
Yeah. I'm pleading the fifth on this one. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, good idea. Do you have anything else?
No, but I think I just realized why so many Barnes & Nobles have Starbucks in them.
To
get rid of the book smell.
But people love the book smell.
Not all people, I don't think. It's just a theory. I'm just tossing that one out there.
Or, no, I disagree.
Because you walk in one of those dual Starbucks Barnes & Noble, and it smells nothing like books, just coffee.
That's true. But then, like, if you get a coffee, you want a book. Or if you get a book, you want a coffee.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a theory. I just thought of it just now.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't attack it.
Stop attacking it and tearing it apart.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, my money kind of just goes to you a lot. I like buying you gifts like once in a while.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but just smaller stuff.
Like diamonds and.
Yeah. Remember that sewing machine?
That was cute.
That's
you
cute.
got your money back, yeah?
No.
You never returned it?
No, I didn't.
Alex.
I know.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's it for today.
That's it for today. Well,
it's okay. I'm not responsible. It's not my responsibility.
No, it's okay. I don't know. Yeah, I know.
Let's stop there.
Okay, let's stop there. No more explaining myself.
Well, anything else you'd like to say before we end this?
Not really. I think I already knew where all your money goes. I think you already knew where all of mine went because I'm pretty transparent. Hey, babe, look what I bought. I feel like you're kind of the same way with me. Mm-hmm. Except for when you hide those Tim Horton runs from me. Texting me and leaving the drive.
You want to talk? Okay. What about the 4 watches that I still haven't seen?
Okay, you got a point there. She's got a point. I'll admit it. Yeah, I am.
It's okay. Hey, you got it. You spend it. Or maybe save some of it.
I just sold like 2 of them online. Speaking of the online trading thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, don't forget to check out our YouTube, Halt Who Goes There.
What's that phrase? Like, subscribe, hit the bell, or whatever.
Never heard of that one.
Really?
No. But do subscribe, comment, like. You can go to our website, haltwhogoesthere.com, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.